Hey, I'm Marco Schwartz, and inside this video I want to tell you what are the 3 mistakes that people do when they invest on peer-to-peer lending platforms, and I wanted to tell you how to actually avoid making the same mistakes. So as you know, I'm a big fan of peer-to-peer lending, so I invest a lot of my own money into peer-to-peer lending platforms in order to generate passive income, because I really believe that this is one of the best ways to generate passive income with either the money you made from your day job or from your online business. So peer-to-peer lending is actually quite easy to use. It's quite easy to actually invest on those platforms. However, there are those 3 mistakes that I see people doing again and again, and I really wanted to do this video so you can avoid doing the same mistakes. The first one is not taking enough time to choose the right platforms. So I see people lose money by actually investing on platforms that are either a scam or that will just never return any money because the loans are not good. So basically the gains will even out and you will not get any money back from your investment. So that's the first mistake that I see people do. And it's actually really easy to avoid because you can go to look for information about those platforms. For example, you can go on my website, but also on some other sites that are actually reviewing those platforms. So for example, whenever I actually make a review of a platform on my site, I always test those platforms, for months with gradually more money that I add on the platform before I said, okay, I tested this, it actually returns money. They are not, scammers. I sometimes even go and visit their office if I can to see that it's a real deal and that you can actually invest on those platforms. So there's plenty of information out there to actually find, reviews, testimonials about how those platforms are doing. And if you are starting out, I really recommend, choosing a large platform so you are really sure that it's not a scam and that you will actually get some decent return on your money. So the second mistake that I see many people do is kind of the opposite of the first one, and that's putting too much on a given platform. So now you choose your platform, right? You know that this one is good, but I see many people putting all that they want to invest on one platform. And that, I think, is a mistake because you have so many good platforms out there that you can really distribute the money you want to invest on many platforms. So for example, at the moment, I have most of my investment on at least 4 or 5 platforms, okay? Plus the one I'm testing for reviews. So that's definitely what you should aim, right? The mistake is that you put too much on one platform because you think it's good, and probably it is. But then, something can always happen and then you will lose most of your investment if you put all your money just on one platform. So use the fact that it's very easy to diversify here, to just open accounts on many platforms and just spread your investment on all the good platforms that you found. So this is the second mistake that I see most people do. So finally, the third mistake that I see most people do is actually not managing the risk well on one given platform, okay? So now we are down to one platform. You put money, you spread your investment on many platforms, but on a given platform, I see also too many people investing in sometimes only a few loans, right? So putting most of the money only in a few loans, or just not choosing the right loan for their investments. So here is what I recommend. The first thing that I recommend to avoid this, to really manage the risk on a given platform, is first to spread your investment on as many loans as possible. That's for sure, right? You should never put most of your money in 1, 2, or 3 loans, right? Spread it on as many loans as possible. Then of course you should choose the right loans. And for that, you will find a lot of information on my website about how to choose that, because it's a deep topic, right? I can do a video just about that. But in a nutshell, always go for loans with good ratings, with short term, right? Don't invest in very long-term loans like 3-4 years, right? Always go for the 6 months to 1 year term range, because one, it's lower risk, right? Because usually those people have like more the capacity to pay you back. And also you get your money back faster, meaning that you have more cash flow coming in your account. So basically that's the two main parameters that I use to select loans, right? There are many more of course, but do that plus distribute in as many nodes as possible, and then also use all the guarantees that is given by the platform if it's available. For example, Mintos, a platform in Europe, gives a buyback guarantee, meaning that you can actually get your money back from the platform in case the loan is more than 60 days late, right? They will give you back the money. You will not make a lot of money on this loan, right? Because it's late and you are not being paid interest, but you will get the amount you invested back without any problems, like automatically. And that's great. So use those kind of guarantees as much as possible if they're available on the platform. So let's just sum up those three mistakes that people do on peer-to-peer lending platforms. The first one was not taking enough time to set it in the platform. Second one was investing way too much money on the given platform. And the last one is not managing the risk well on a given platform. So I really hope that this will help you out for your peer-to-peer lending investments. If you want to learn more, I actually have an article on my site. You will also be able to get for free my checklist that I use to select peer-to-peer lending platforms and also loans on the given platforms. So for that, I invite you to just follow the link that should be around this video. That being said, thank you again for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.